Hello and welcome to Counterpoint Conversations. We are live from Las Vegas where we are attending CES 2026 and I'm delighted to be joined by a special guest. So please help me in welcoming Sasha. He's the Director of Technical Marketing at ASUS Global. So hey Sasha, welcome to the show.
Ritesh, good to see you.
Yeah, great. You've had a bunch of announcements over here, right?
Yep.
So how's the show been for you so far?
Extremely busy, but in a very good way. So our showroom has been extremely popular and very crowded.
Right.
Even though we have a 50% bigger space, it's as crowded as last year, maybe even more. So hearing very good things from press. Yeah.
Great. So I want to quickly touch upon the design aspect. ASUS is known for its design, and you have different form factors for different laptops, right? Going all the way from your business laptops to thin and light designs
Mm-hmm.
to the gaming laptops. So how does the R&D team balance design, portability, and also the materials? Like I had an opportunity to test the Zenbook S16, which comes with ceralaluminum material, right?
Mhm.
So, and that was really good.
Mhm.
So, can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, so I mean, the way we do it is we basically have different teams working on different product lineups, different series. So we always listen. I think ASUS is very good at listening to customers, and we try to focus on exactly what our customers' needs are. So instead of having one device for everyone or maybe a few devices, we have a huge number of devices, which can be overwhelming for people if you're not familiar with what you want. But that's where we rely on press. To educate the customers which device is good for who. So this device is perfect for people who want to do this or that. So as a result, we're able to tailor make devices for specific use cases, for specific customers, depending on how much you care about battery life or thickness or performance and what kind of form factor you want, what kind of device you want, what kind of size of device is okay for you or weight. And how much money you're willing to spend. We have great devices for all these different unique use cases.
So, one of the interesting products is the Zenbook DUO.
Yeah.
It has two screens. You can uh, double your productivity. I remember the time when I first saw it. I think it was back in 2018 or so
Yeah.
at Computex, where it was called Project Precog. And I mean, the product is finally here from a concept to an actual device, and it's multiple generations. At that time, it was just a maybe touch enabled, like it was a screen on a touchpad. And going from there to, you have now both the screens on top and bottom, right? So, can you tell us about what are the changes and what kind of improvements you have made from generation over generation, keeping the customer feedback in mind?
Yeah, so initially we put a phone screen basically into the palm rest as a touchpad. You could watch videos on there and launch applications. And then the feedback was people would really like to have a bigger screen and they would like it to be closer to the main display so you don't have to move your head too much and your eyes too much. So that's what we did. We made a half-height screen above the keyboard. We pulled the keyboard to the front. And then you had a half-height screen and the full screen above. Then people were telling us they want the screen to be brighter, they want it to be even closer to the main screen, and they want it to maybe be angled. So that's what we did. We angled up the screen, we lifted it up so it is at a nicer angle to look at. We improved the viewing angles of the display that we used, increased the brightness. And then the ultimate change was when we introduced the dual full-size displays, which is very interesting. It was kind of like a off track pretty much. We did the Zenbook Fold OLED, which was a big folding OLED display, and we had a removable keyboard then that goes on top of the lower part of it. And then we used that innovation of having this detachable keyboard, and we're like, okay, how about we just make it two full-size displays that both have glass, cover glass, right? And they're very resistant and durable, and you can remove the keyboard And when you put the keyboard on there, it's just a regular clamshell laptop. And whenever you have space or you want a second screen, you pull it away, it switches to Bluetooth mode automatically, and you have a second screen. We have a built-in kickstand, so you lift up the device. And that's the cool thing about the Zenbook DUO form factor that we finally arrived at is, we got all this feedback from all our customers over the years. You can now set it up. It's a completely normal clamshell laptop right out of the box, but then you want to set it up as a dual screen laptop, and it only takes you like 10 seconds. You just pull away the keyboard, lift it up, pull out the kickstand, that's it, you're done. And you can rotate it, you can put it in landscape mode, or use it one screen on top of the other. So yeah, it's been a great journey.
Right. And you also announced the Zenbook ProArt series, and especially the GoPro Edition. So I'm curious, what exactly is the GoPro Edition?
Yeah, so our ProArt series is for content creators, specifically content creators on the go. And the PX13 is a 13-inch convertible. So it's a small 13-inch clamshell laptop, but you can fold the screen all the way back and around, and then it's like a Windows tablet. The most recent version of it now comes with AMD's Ryzen AI Max Plus, up to a 395. So that is with 8060 graphics and 16-bit CPU core, so tons of performance, up to 128 gigabytes of shared memory for CPU and GPU. And we also have a GoPro special edition of that. So for that edition, basically, we work closely with GoPro, and the design overall matches the GoPro design language. So you have the same vertical lines on the lid, just like on their Hero cameras. And we have the keyboard backlight in GoPro blue. There's some other cool design accents. And I think it's very nicely done, very subtle, not too much in your face, co-branding wise. And we have some cool accessory as well that comes with it. So that's the GoPro edition. And it came about by us focusing on content creators on the go. And obviously there's a big overlap there. A lot of those content creators on the go are using GoPro cameras. So yeah, we started to talk to each other and started to work together.
Is it rugged like the GoPro?
Yeah, it's a very rugged laptop, not as rugged as a GoPro camera. So I think GoPro cameras can go to 10 meters below water, and with the special shell below like 50 meters below water, I think. That's not something you can do with our GoPro laptop, unfortunately. We could do that, but it would become very clunky and big and less convenient to use. Yeah.
Great. So now let's switch gears to AI. AI is getting ubiquitous and it's everywhere, right? So what's your AI PC strategy?
Basically, we're a hardware vendor, right? We do have software solutions as well, but we're mostly a hardware vendor. That's our strength. So we try to focus on that. And a lot of people don't know, but a lot of these AI clouds, cloud AI, is powered by ASUS as well, because we have a big server division, and we build a lot of those servers that are in those AI data centers and running all these clouds. So that's a big part. We built the hardware for that and the infrastructure. And on the consumer side, we, of course, have graphics cards, which you need for the most demanding AI applications and training of models. And in our laptops, of course, there are different options for NPUs and CPUs and integrated graphics. And, the more options, the better. So we've always been very excited about innovation and technology. We always listen closely to our customers and their feedback. So that's why we offer solutions based on Intel, AMD, and Qualcomm. And also NVIDIA. So we have all these different options available for our customers to choose from. And we build devices around them, leveraging the strengths of those platforms as much as we can to offer unique, tailored solutions for different use cases. That's what we do on the hardware side. Then there's some really cool features from Windows Copilot Plus, really good experiences, and are getting more and more appealing and useful. But on top of that, we also have our own software solutions. We have our Omni chatbot, which is a local LLM. So the benefit there is that you run it locally on your device. So you don't have to worry about privacy. Nothing gets sent to the cloud. Nothing gets sent to us either. We don't know what you're doing with that LLM, what questions you ask, or this is all totally private and secure and personal. Yeah, so that's the benefit for the Omni chatbot. Then we have our StoryCube application, ASUS StoryCube, that allows you to index all your media automatically using AI algorithms. So what it does is it scans all the pictures and videos. You select which folders you want to scan for pictures and videos, and only those get scanned. And again, nothing gets sent to us or to anybody else. And then it automatically indexes the pictures based on what is in them. So it will index them and say what is in those pictures. You can say, for example, you want pictures of a boat, or you want pictures at the beach or snow or forest, and it will show you instantly all the pictures that you have in those folders because it has already indexed them. It's not doing a search and then you need to wait some time until you get the results and some pop up bit by bit, but it instantly shows you all the results. And it can also recognize faces. It doesn't know who those people are. It doesn't try to find out who those people are. It just shows you the most popular faces, most common faces in your pictures and videos, and then you can assign names to it. And then you can search based on those names. So then you can say, I want to look for pictures with Ritesh. So you can say, I want pictures with Ritesh, pictures of videos with Ritesh from 2019 in Hawaii. Shot on a Sony DSLR camera with this resolution at the beach. And it will immediately show you all the pictures of you right there.
So you put that in depth.
Yes. So you don't need to spend a lot of time going through different folders and looking for all the different materials. So very quick and easy. That's our StoryCube application that leverages NPU as well. It can also run on the CPU and integrated graphics as well, and some of the stuff does, but it also leverages the NPU, and we're leaning more and more into the NPU because it can run in the background very power efficiently without slowing down your system. So while it's indexing the pictures, you don't really notice anything. And then we have Musetree as well. Musetree is our application. It's a local application to generate text, images, and in the future also videos, AI generated videos. All these applications come bundled with the laptop for free. Okay. StoryCube on our Creator laptops and also Zenbooks and VivoBooks, and the Musetree application on our ProArt content creator laptops that have a powerful GPU because they need a powerful GPU. Right. And Musetree allows you to generate pictures and videos, and it's kind of like a brainstorming tool. So you can say, I want to have a wedding in the mountains, and you just drag and drop a picture in there of a wedding in the mountains, or you just type wedding in the mountains, and it will generate an image for you and some text. And it gives you different directions, and then you can grow out your inspiration, and you can get brainstorm. Which direction do you want to take it in? And it generates something for you that gives you an idea, and then you put another prompt in and it goes in a different direction. Maybe you don't like it, you can redo it, or you can go in a different direction somewhere else. So yeah, it's a very interesting ideation tool. And we provide these 3 different applications to give our customers a lot of cool and fun AI applications and algorithms.
Great. And the OmniBot that you mentioned, it uses MetaLlama model? LLM?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. So if I have a press release under embargo, I don't have to worry about loading it over there and summarizing it.
Exactly. Great. Yeah.
So how do you kind of communicate all these use cases that are there to the end consumers? Because there are students that are buying, there are executives that are buying, everyone they are buying, and these are now AI PCs, right?
Yep.
They are capable, but how do you communicate it to the consumer that this laptop is capable of these features?
Well, for starters, I'm telling you, and I hope you're telling them, so they can find out this way. So yeah, right. we leverage media a lot for this kind of communication. Right. We try to do this as well with our own in-house media. We do some content marketing as well with articles and videos. And on the product pages, we try to introduce this as well. So yeah.
Okay, and one last question before we wrap up. You mentioned about all the partners that you work with, right? You have Qualcomm, you have Intel, you have AMD, you have NVIDIA. So how do you actually choose which silicon goes where? Because every silicon has different feature sets that it unlocks as well, right? So how do you choose which silicon is right for which model? For example, like Snapdragon for your VivoBook, or AMD for Zenbook. How do you go about that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. There's no easy answer to that. So basically what we do is we look at what our lineup is going to be in the future, or what new devices we're going to bring out. And then we look at historically if it's a form factor or device that we already have right now, how has the feedback been? Like I said, we listen a lot to our customers, really care about the feedback from our customers. I think that's one of the reasons of our success. We always really pay attention to what our customers say. And then if there's been a lot of feedback that people like it for the platform that it is, we'll probably continue with that platform. If a lot of people are telling us they would like a different platform or an option for another platform, then that's something we consider. And then also something else we consider is if it's a new form factor, or even if it's not a new form factor, what do we think based on what silicon partners are telling us their new platform is going to be like, right? They have different focuses, right? So AMD might say, hey, we have this new chip that is super power saving, or they might say we have this new chip that is super high performance CPU, or we have this other chip that has a super powerful GPU. And then we think, okay, where would this fit in well? We definitely want to use this platform. Which device does it fit in ideally? Or we also look at, okay, we want to do a device that focuses on super low power and long battery life, and there is this option from one of the silicon vendors that is super low power and long battery life, so it's a perfect match. And then we talk to each other and see if there's interest in working together on this.
Great. I think we are running short of time.
Yep.
So yeah, thank you for joining us at Counterpoint Conversations. This was a very insightful discussion. So hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Ritesh. Thank you.